everybody, and welcome to Nashua High School South. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. We're just moments away from tip-off. We're live on the day after Valentine's Day of 2019, February 15, a Friday night game, as South gets set to host Bishop Guertin. John Collins along with Tom King. Tom, happy belated Valentine's. I'm still wearing red.
Yeah, I'm wearing what I usually wear on Valentine's Day, black morning. I hate that day.
Yeah.
By the way, Pete Johnson, we're right next to the students. How are we supposed to hear ourselves? I can't talk that much.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't here.
It's an exciting spot to be.
I was enjoying a nice barbecue meal down in Atlanta.
Tom talking to our executive producer, Pete Johnson, who's right by my right shoulder. We're live on a Friday, February 15 of 2019. Tim O'Neill will have the best spot in the house. He's our cameraman at midcourt. Tom and I are on the end zone here.
I'm wondering why this has started early, because they had the warm-ups early. I'm wondering, and they have the PA announcers and everything else. I'm wondering if is this senior night, Pete Johnson?
It could very well be.
They're doing something
season.
special. Oh, no, I guess not. They're announcing BG. Okay.
All right. Going right to the BG announcement. Yep. So.
Well, John, this is a game that both teams really need to have. You know, I was here Monday night when South played Winnicott, and it was a game they thought they should have won. They fell to 6-7. BG, you know, at the same time, they're hurting. You know, in their record too, they've only won I think they've only won 4 or 5 this year. So this is a must-win for both teams, so they don't have to get into that bubble situation. Because don't forget, it's not a clear 16-team tournament anymore. It's a 70% rule. So, you know, this is a game that they both have to have. Now we're used to seeing the doubleheaders. There's no doubleheader tonight. So as you look at it, Nashua South kind of down there at 6-7, Guertin 5-9. So
bubble teams.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Guertin's bubble's a little bit more tenuous.
Thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long shot at 5-9.
So we will be rising now, and I believe we're going to hear Al St. Louis from Nashua.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Well, it was a live version
A live
of
Al
St.
St.
Louis.
Louis, and just as consistent as the recording.
It's good to see Al. Al's going through a personal tragedy. His wife passed away rather suddenly, not expected.
Yeah, not long ago,
no,
too. His
about
first
2 weeks,
Valentine's Day
ago,
her.
just before I left for Atlanta.
Yeah, tough time for
Yeah,
Al.
so we and I talked with Al the other night, so we're glad to see him here. We're glad to see him out doing what he loves to do, and that's sing the national anthem. And John, you and I are going to do what we love to do, broadcast this game, and I'm going to take photos for a while. I'll be back right at the end of the first quarter. Maybe
Tom
during
King.
the first quarter, because I'm right nearby now.
Exactly. So we have our two teams lined up on the court. Easy to tell them apart. The color scheme's obvious. It's the Bishop Guertin Cardinals in the green and yellow or gold to your right, and the Purple Panthers in their home whites and purple numerals. BG starts right off on offense as they go to it, a 5-9 team. A lot of young players struggling this season. This is a team, Bishop Guertin, that's won a state championship. in the last decade. And we enjoy bringing that to you, but it's the Bishop Guertin girls basketball team that's got all the championship hopes this season. First shot of the game by BG's Joe Da Silva. As he back rims it, the sophomore got wide open in the corner, and South goes right to the hoop. Pretty easy basket right there for Nashua South. Right up and under. That was number 12. Shoot. Andrew Moody with the first basket of the game. Lengthy possession for Bishop Guertin as they get a great look at the basket, and it doesn't go for Kyle Baker, who was right underneath and all by himself. So Nashua South setting up. Bishop Guertin's had a great opportunity on both possessions. They gave themselves wide open shots and could not convert. So South passing it all around the perimeter underneath. Andrew Moody kicks it outside. That's a wide open look for Casey McNally, and McNally gets fouled after hitting the shot. Oh, it's actually Bishop Guertin basketball. So great possession again by South as McNally sinks a tray, and we have a 5-0 lead for the Panthers here early. In the corner it goes. Bishop Guertin with another easy look at it. And in and out. The putback up, no good. Underneath, rebound South, and this early going here, Bishop Guertin aggressive to the basket, but they just can't buy a hoop as they're scoreless after 3 golden chances to score. To the basket, gets fouled on his way to, does Mason Carroll, a junior forward, 6'4", junior out of Hollis, New Hampshire, got fouled on the way to the hoop. And he will shoot a pair. So this may be the way that Bishop Guertin finally gets on the scoreboard. 8-minute quarters in New Hampshire high school boys and girls basketball. And Moody buckets the first free throw. So it's a 5-1 game.
You know, remember, John, we watched Bishop Guertin earlier in the year against North. What was their big problem? Scoring points.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they've had a problem offensively, but Nashua South has too. You know, they only scored 39 in a loss on Monday to win a cut it.
Mason Carroll blocked the shot by Moody, but he got his third chance at it, goes back to the hoop and gets fouled.
Moody and Hulkafor, the older Hulkafor, they are the two keys, I think, for South. They need to get them going. You know, offensively, they really, really suffered the other night, and Hulkafor was not on the floor as much as I thought he would be.
Yeah, it's Andres and Alex Helfacker, and it's Andres who Tom's referring to. He is a 2020 graduate, which means he is a junior, and he wears number 22. Not out there, actually he is out there, excuse me, underneath the basket there, as South hits one of the 2 free throws. So it is a 6-1 advantage. 3 minutes into the game, it's all been South because of several misses on what seemed to be like gimme shots for BG. That one's off to the left. Pretty wide open jump shot for Austin Hisco doesn't go, and then it's a layup drill for Alex Helfacker. Timeout, BG. 8-1 advantage for the Panthers, and Bishop Guertin just struggling mightily to put the ball in the basket.
Well, that's just it. They can't put the ball in the basket. It's a one-shot offense, and then what that does is that opens up the floor in the transition game for South. If you talk to Nate Mazeral, and I did after the win-a-cut-it game, where they hit some threes early in the game, he called that fool's gold for them. He said, we are a transition team. We like to run. So that's what he wants to see his team do, and they did just that, and now they're out to an 8-1 lead. But Guertin John, as you can tell, Austin Hisco, jump shot, if it's not falling right away, they could fall behind. And now you see how their offense really, really lacks. They lack a big man, really.
Bishop Guertin back on what I want to say is the attack, but it's more like the struggle to score some points on the outside. Who's going to take the next shot? Hisco's got it. He does most of the ball handling at point guard for the Cardinals. Splits the defenders to get a pass away. And Maxwell Matarazzo, number 45, is the big guy. Right in front of us, you'll see him underneath the basket at 6'5" from Pelham. That's out of bounds off of Alex Hulfacker, and still BG basketball. Still looking for their first field goal of the game. They have one free throw. As you can see, it's an 8-1 contest. The Panthers on top early. Nashua South coming into the game with a record of 6-7, needing this one to solidify chance for a playoff spot and get back to 500. Another miss on an open look for a BG shooter. And chance to add to their lead for Jaden Murphy, who goes to his right. Murphy flings it into the corner. Changing direction, losing the handle was Cody Rochelo, but South maintains possession. There's a travel. Ball almost got away from the fingertips of Andrew Pincala, and then he let his pivot foot slide. Bishop Guertin will inbound this thing, trying to get their first field goal still here, halfway through the first quarter. That's Andrew Arica, number 1, who had the basketball. Driving, it's Sam Mullett. Mullett had it batted out of bounds. It'll be an inbound play right in front of us. We are live here on a Friday, February 15 of 2019. John Collins with Tom King, our cameraman Tim O'Neill here on NashuaETV. Bishop Guertin trying to come up with some points. Kind of being discombobulated there on the dribble was Davis Camacho. We got it to Arica. Arica turned it over, and what do we have? A turnover, in fact. According to the officials. And an inbound play. Andrew Moody bounces it in to Jaden Murphy, and Murphy goes to his left, guarded by Arica. Murphy looking right, driving right, finds a seam and hits it. A layup drill for Jaden Murphy, and lax defense there by Bishop Guertin. Murphy made it look easy. A 10-1 advantage for the Panthers 5 minutes into the game. Bishop Guertin desperately looking for a hot hand of some sort. It's there for Arica if he wanted to take the shot. He did not want it. There's another opportunity for Joe Da Silva to launch. He missed one earlier and may feel like he's not the hot hand. Driving in the paint, they swing it to Arica. Wanted to go up in rhythm, but he had Murphy near him. Nice strong move to the basket by Andrew Arica, and a glimmer of hope for the BG offense as AA will go to the line. Andrew Arica, senior guard, 5'10" from Nashua. It's been only free throws for points, though, for Bishop Guertin as they get their second point.
You see how long it takes them to get their offense situated. Now, some of that's got to do with South's defense. The other thing that South's got tonight, depth. You saw Nate with almost a 4-for-4 substitution. All right, and that they didn't have that the other night against Winnicott, and they tired out. Ntenji, who's got the Band-Aid over his eye, he got hurt in that game against Winnicott, and they really lost a lot. So, this is going to be a tough one for Guertin. I think if South's got all those variables going for them.
Andrew Pincala gets it inside. Moody kicks it outside. The shot from Rochelo doesn't go. Ivan Ntenji in the land of the Giants.
Look at that.
Rips down the rebound.
Yeah, you can't allow that if you're Guertin.
Ntenji gets himself open in the paint for an easy 5-footer, but it doesn't go. Swings it to the corner. Driving Murphy draws the foul.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, they had 4 chances at the basket. They made good on all, on that final drive.
Jaden Murphy does the honors with that number 23 on the jersey, that great basketball number, and he made like Michael on that play. He drew the foul, and he got it to bank in off the glass, and as a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Well, you know, unless things change quickly, this could get out of hand. You can tell Guertin just doesn't. They're almost like, you know, one of those nights, John, where you get off the bus and you're not really there.
It's a 10-point lead for South, and indeed, Bishop Guertin's got to feel like, what do we have to do to score here with only 3 points early and all by free throws. Mullet driving, puts the brakes on, and it's a turnover. His pivot foot slipped on the court. So another BG turnover. They don't even get a shot away that time after the three-point play by Murphy. And now the Panthers have a chance to really make it an embarrassing quarter for Bishop Guertin, as South is making a run toward 20 points while BG's stuck at 3. Alex Hulfacker swings it up top. Jaden Murphy, a sophomore, playing well in this first quarter. Nintenji launches from way downtown. Rebound fought for, and Nintenji's going to get it back. Scoops up the loose ball, goes through about 3 defenders. He finds his teammate, and Miles Rios lays it in. Rios, a senior, elevates, and now it's a 15-3 lead for South. Andrew Arica stops, pops, it's short. Arica got the rebound back momentarily, snatched up off the court, loose ball BG, and it's Austin Hisco with the floater, and finally, BG has a field goal in this first quarter. 15-5. And again, a glimmer of hope. If this is the worst quarter for BG this game, they might have a chance, but Alex Hulfacker adds some insult to injury there as he goes down and makes it look easy. 17-5, back to a 12-point lead for the Panthers over the visiting Cardinals here at Nashua High South. Great block, despite the great position that Davis Camacho had. Cody Rochelo went straight up and got a clean block on the basketball, knocked it out of bounds, took away an easy layup off a bank shot. Easy play, didn't happen for Camacho. Now Hisco, being bothered by Jaden Murphy, gets it up top to Andrew Arica. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. BG trying to make this a little bit closer as we go toward the second quarter. Ball ends up in the hands of Coach Nate Mazarole. And an inbound play for the Cardinals with 18 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Arica being blanketed by Nintenji. Arica got fouled in the paint, non-shooting foul. 3 team fouls for the actually make it 4 team fouls for the Panthers and 2 team fouls only for Bishop Guertin. Maybe a sign they should be playing a bit more aggressively on defense, trailing by 12. Still a chance for some points before the first quarter comes to an end for the Cardinals. As Mason Carroll inbounds it, Hisco finds Arica up top. 5 seconds, Arica through the paint, the scoop shot and in. Andrew Arica with firing away the highlight offensively for Bishop Guertin in this first quarter, makes it a 10-point game. 17-7 as we go to the break between the first and second quarters. So Bishop Guertin had about 4 of the first 5 shots in this game, but they just came up empty. South, meanwhile, making the most of their chances, have put up a 17-point quarter. Now, in that loss to Winnicott the other night that Tom referenced, that heartbreaking loss to Winnicott, I counted they scored 13 points in the first quarter. That was their best. Then they scored 8, then they scored 10, then they scored 8. So 17-point quarter for South is pretty good.
Right, but can they do it for 4 quarters? That's the question. But you know what? Got a lot of bodies out there. They didn't have those bodies the other night.
Why not?
I don't know. A couple of guys were hurt.
Okay.
All right. And then Nintenji got hurt in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, he's got that Band-Aid over the eye.
And Hulfacker wasn't out there as much. And when he was a factor.
You almost said Hulfacker was a factor.
Yes, I know it. They should put a T in his name.
They should.
Right.
He is a factor of most of the games that we've done.
Right.
And so
but
is
you
his
know
brother,
what? There's
Alex,
enough
and
guys on the
Andres,
floor tonight that he may not have to be, carry that much of a load. I think the guy that Guertin needs to get on track, Hisco. Hisco's, he's the point guard. He's the guy that's, if he gets fluid on offense, they can do some things. But
he missed his first shot, Tom. Then he looked shy to take another one.
Right, and right now,
and he's got to.
Arika,
they need him.
Is the guy that's trying to carry their offense.
That was a brilliant play by Arika to end the first quarter, and now BG starts the second quarter on a high note as they come up with a stop defensively. Arika charging through the middle, bounce pass in the corner, the open look woefully short by Maxwell Matarazzo, but Mason Carroll with the steal. Just a flub in the backcourt by South, an unforced error really, and right there to capitalize was Mason Carroll. So suddenly it's a single-digit game again. It's only 8 points. In the middle, Halfacker kicks it outside. Jaden Murphy skims it off the glass and in. Pretty shot from the baseline corner by Jaden Murphy, who's had a terrific game so far. So just about a minute into the second quarter, and it's still a sizable lead for the Panthers, up 11, 20-9. But BG showing some signs of life on offense. Hisco needed that one. It just wouldn't go, just inches off. And rebound, Ivan Nintenji driving. Halfacker off the glass and in, threading his way through bodies like he was playing touch football, and he went untouched to the hoop. A nice play by Andres Halfacker, the oldest of the two Halfacker brothers. There's another missed shot on an open look for Bishop Guertin. And Tenji's got about 4 rebounds, one of the shortest guys out on the court, leading in that category. Jaden Murphy to his right, swings it up top. Andres Halfacker, bounce pass underneath the Moody. Contested shot doesn't go. Good defense without fouling by the Cardinals. Andrew Arika to his right. Hisco has missed his first 2 shots, not by much, but it's got to hurt his confidence a little bit here early. Arika up top to Matarazzo. Bounce pass inside, double team. Shot blocked by De Silva. He couldn't get it up and over the defenders. Murphy, baseline, driving, finds Halfacker. Up top, Nintenji wide open, off to the right. Long rebound, and it's saved by Andrew Moody. Nintenji went over there to help him out. Heads up play by Ivan Nintenji. Open look for Murphy on the right side this time. Not able to make it. Nintenji has got 5 rebounds in this game. Finds an open space and swish. Ivan Nintenji, deadly here early. Gets smacked in the face in the Winnicott game, and it woke up the genie in the bottle, I think. Ivan Nintenji playing fantastic basketball here in the first half.
Yeah, he was good the other night too, I thought, but there's no secret as to why that timeout was called by Matt Regan. Offensive rebound.
Oh.
Cannot allow those second chances.
South just read that rebound so much better. It was shot off to the left by Nintenji. Not
Sure.
only did Moody go and save it, Nintenji, who missed the shot, was right there
Like
to
I
help
said,
him out.
John, it's like they got off the bus and they're just not here.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, you have
They're
that
a step late on everything.
You have that feeling about a team once you see them the first 4 or 5 minutes of a game. Question is, how they'll snap out of it at some point. The question is, how far behind will they be?
Will it be too
late?
late?
Will it be too late? Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
Hisco's just an inch or 2 off, but he's off on his shots, and it's hurting Bishop Guertin. This game could be much, much closer than it is. They've missed conservatively 5 really good looks at the basket in close and from out at distance.
Right.
That could have made this a
See,
very close
offensively,
game.
they don't have an identity right now. You
No.
can tell they're really tentative, and
Yeah.
you know, they need somebody to say, okay, we're going to do this.
Arika is a senior, and I mean, if anybody's going to take too many shots or be accused of that, he's earned the right, I think. So maybe number 1 right there on your screen, Andrew Arika, needs to just put it up more. Hisco get double teamed immediately. Mason Carroll for 3, in and out. Oh, that went as far into the cylinder as you could go without falling through. Bounce pass from Nintenji, clean block, Mason Carroll. Nice elevation to deny Andrew Pankala at the top of his leap. So 8-minute quarters. We are 3 minutes into the second quarter here, and Bishop Guertin still trying to come up with that run to get back into the game. They still need to get to the 10-point plateau. First things first, Mason Carroll playing some catch with Joe Da Silva. Swings it out. Hisco immediately double teamed, as we've seen all game. Carroll edging his way into the paint, outside, returning the favor. Da Silva back into the paint area for Kyle Baker. Baker gets it outside. Mason Carroll to Hisco. Joe Da Silva gives it up. Here's Arica crisscrossing, and there's Arica in and out. No hot hands for Bishop Guertin, and it is hurting them big time on the scoreboard. Down by 16 points, and there's another big shot buried by Andres Hulfacker, and it's a 28-9 lead. 19 points up are the Panthers, and it would seem even the greatest comeback you think for BG on a run here. It's doubtful they could, unless Steph Curry's going to walk through that door. They keep missing shots, and we're halfway through the second quarter now, and still BG not at the 10-point mark. Hulfacker bounce pass inside in traffic. Andrew Arica diving to the floor to earn that jump ball in a battle with Stav Alcalay. Stav Alcalay down there, number 32 for the Panthers. The possession arrow favoring the Cardinals as South makes some substitutions. Limping off a bit was Andrew Pankala. He's sitting down with the trainer now over by Al St. Louis and the water cooler. Hopefully he's okay, and it's only a momentary pseudo sprain. You know how you get those, you roll your ankle, you think you're all done, and then the pain goes away, luckily, after a little while. Luckily. There's another mad scramble on the floor, and we have a timeout call by South before the official can go with the jump ball. So that will be South's basketball on the time in, with 3:01 to go in the first half, and South with a commanding 28-9 lead. North is playing at Winnacunnet tonight. The Winnacunnet Warriors, who gave South all they could handle in their previous game, taking on the Titans of Nashua North this evening, and we wish good luck to the Titans in that one. North with an impressive 8-4 record, definitely playoff bound, taking on Winnacunnet tonight while we do this one.
Never say definitely in this league. I mean, we saw North against BG, right?
Yeah.
They look like world beaters, right?
Yeah.
They had won. They lost like 3 in a row, 4 in a row after that game.
They did. They won
and lost, including here.
Including here, we saw that. Yeah. 3 in a row they lost. I think they just beat Wyndham to get back off the losing streak. They're back on the winning track, hoping to keep that going tonight. Underneath. In the corner, long shot, brings up air, and right
again,
there,
another position underneath, given up.
Casey McNally with the put-in with what amounted to a pass on the missed shot. And good job of transitioning. Kyle Baker gets the easiest basket that BG has gotten tonight. A wide open lay-in for Kyle Baker. Those shots have just not happened tonight for the Cardinals. So they have some fresh faces in there now, do the Cardinals. Nick Tedesco, number 14, and also Joseph Noon, number 22. And Noon missed it. Great play by Baker, doesn't get the bounce, and somehow Andrew Arica got it underneath, and he got fouled on a reach-in, a slap on the wrist by Ivan Nintenji. So that is the 15th foul against the Panthers. Non-shooting foul still. The Cardinals, Joe Noon being guarded by Alex Hulfacker. In the corner, there's an open look, and that one doesn't go for the Cardinals. They were, I'm going to call it a jump ball. Ooh, I don't know about that. It might have been a foul committed on Davis Camacho as he wrestled the ball away from a couple of Panther defenders, but somehow the official came up with a jump ball out of that. The possession arrow does favor the Cardinals, so poetic. Oh, no, it doesn't. The Panthers basketball. So South has a chance to add to their 19-point lead here, having put up 30 already in this first half. With the basketball is Cody Rochelo. He gives it back to Ivan Nintenji. Nintenji being guarded closely by Kyle Baker as he walks it to the right. Now goes into the dazzle dribble and the bank shot off the glass, and that brings a big collective ooh and ah from the South crowd. Ivan Nintenji having a game through the first half so far. All kinds of rebounds, assists, and points, and none prettier than that high bank shot off the glass. 32-11, now a 21-point lead for South. Before that, Joseph Noon basket for three. They finally get a three-pointer to the Cardinals. Nintenji gets assaulted through the middle. It looked like they'll say clean ball on that, though. Good defense by the Cardinals. Arika gets hit on the way through the seam toward our vantage point here on the diagonal corner of the court. And it's, again, a non-shooting foul because it's only the 6th team foul against the Panthers. Joseph Noon, who just hit that three-pointer, they might want to go back to him again. Number 22 with the headband. He'll go in rhythm, and Noon long on that shot. What a rebound by Arika. Andrew Arika. Brilliant rebound. He looked like Ivan Nintenji that time. Both of those two guys who are matched up right now, 3 for South and 1 for BG, they can leap underneath. Running out of room is Moody. He's going to kick it back outside, but he got called for the travel. So a little bit of a momentum shift in favor of Bishop Guertin here right now, but as far as the first half goes, it may be too little too late because only 44 seconds remain before the break. Inbound play for the Cardinals. Ordinarily, you might want to hold for the last shot, but being down by 16 points with some momentum, maybe you want to turn it into a fast break game here and try to steal a few possessions back. There's Moody from distance, and it's good. They desperately needed hot hand. Joseph Noon sinks another basket, and it's a three-pointer again, so 2 3-pointers for Joe Noon, very much needed, and somewhat a respectable score now as we approach the half.
Yeah, well, last shot taken right here. Got it right here. There's the jumper.
Jaden Murphy.
Nope. It was good. They got the man open.
Yep.
You know, but Guertin, on the other hand, they're starting to come a little bit more more rhythmic, more or less, in their offense.
Yeah.
Because now you see if they can't get the inside shot, which is what they're looking for half the time, there's dishing it out to Joe Noon. And Noon has hit 2 big jumpers from that corner.
Yeah, he
so
needs to keep that hot hand into the second half.
That'll be something South talks about at halftime, is trying to shut that down.
We are both live and live on tape on a Friday, February 15 of 2019. John Collins with Tom King and our cameraman Tim O'Neill. We'll be back with the exciting second half conclusion coming up here on NashuaETV.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life?
Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
Welcome back, everybody, to Nashua High School South. John Collins along with Tom King here on NashuaETV. We're about to start the second half with South all over Bishop Guertin to this point, 32-19.
Yeah, you know, maybe Guertin found something at the end of that half with Noon shooting from the three-pointers from the baseline, but other than that, you know, it's really every shot for them is a major effort, while Nashua dominating in the paint, dominating on the boards, and doing anything they want on offense. 32 points in the first half, just 7 points less in 2 quarters than what they had all of Monday night against Winnicott.
Let me just stick in here. Nice job down at the Super Bowl, Tom King.
Thank you, John
Talk about
Collins.
major efforts. I think the 10th try, you finally have the hang of it down there.
Yeah, I would
Terrific
hope
job.
so.
And you were.
I have to really, while we're on, I don't use this as a sounding board, but I got to thank the paper for sending me.
Oh, sure.
I have to thank them for
As
sending
you
me.
did on New Hampshire
Yes,
Public Radio.
exactly.
You were a big shot. You were on Boston Radio, New Hampshire Public Radio.
10 times to be down there. Who can.
Yeah.
That's,
Joe Noon trying to start off where
and
he
there
left
it is.
off.
And there it is.
Joe Noon, he heard you when he went by the table when you were doing your first half analysis.
That's the offense. Noon's got 6.
He's got
9 now.
pointers.
He's got 9 now with
Yep.
32-22, and suddenly it's a basketball
That's a
game.
big shot.
That is a big shot.
Makes it a 10-point game. That's doable, especially if they can come up with some defensive stops.
Guertin is back in this game.
Andrew Moody, who started off the first quarter on a high note for South. There's a long shot from the corner that doesn't go, and rebound Mason. Actually, Kyle Baker rips it down. So good start for the Cardinals as they get a defensive stop, a 3, a defensive stop, and a 2. Joe Noon on fire, 11 points in the game. They have found their hot hand, and he's wearing number 22.
They needed somebody, believe me.
It's an 8-point game. In the corner, he's got the George Gervin Iceman headband going. And a steal by Joe Noon.
How about that, huh?
He's on fire.
He is.
Andrew Rica has it poked away. Oh, a clean steal. And Casey McNally.
He traveled, got away with it. And I think
The South fans like the
Eureka
move,
got away
but
with a foul.
I think, yeah, he's getting away with everything here. So a lot of referees in the stands shouting out their opinions of what should have went down. What didn't go down was an easy basket for Casey McNally, despite the nice poke check steal to set himself off to the races there. It wouldn't look like there's going to be an easy lay-in. Turned into a contested basket. Now it's just a possession for South, but they're trying to score their first points here in the second half. They haven't been able to do it. Rebound, Davis Camacho, the distance, Camacho! Timeout South. A tremendous start to the second half for Bishop Guertin, and they are very much back in this game, down by only 8 points.
That's what
Actually should be 6. They haven't put it up yet.
Yeah, that's what halftimes are for. They need to put the 2 points up on the board.
It was 24 already before that lay-in by Camacho, and they have it. So it's a 6-point game. Just like that, Joe Noon and Davis Camacho, and defensively doing the job as well, are the Cardinals.
Now it's up there.
One of the things Tom talked to a fan down in Atlanta, he talked about telling other NFL fans, hey, just look at the Patriots like they're a 20-year cold.
That was great. That was great.
That was a great quote. But I think I caught it, Tom. I think you caught it and I caught it.
Well,
It feels like a 20-year
I'll
cold.
tell you when I caught it. I'll tell you when it first started coming on. It was during the game.
During the game?
You know, just before the game started. And I was like, oh, this isn't right. And I wasn't feeling right. And you know what? When you first get something like that, you get very drowsy.
Yeah.
And that game was not scintillating.
Oh, my God.
And I'm sitting there in the press box going, nodding up and down.
Well, that'll be a trivia question. Which of the 10 Super Bowls did Tom King almost fall asleep during? And it was 53. The 13-3 Patriots win. After the races, Bishop Guertin, Eureka, layup drill. Oh my, what a turn of events here at Nashua High South. South's already burned a timeout trying to stop this BG momentum, but it continues, and they find the open man. Terrific ball movement by South to stem the BG tide a little bit. And nearly a steal by Alex Hulfacker. It goes out of bounds. Hulfacker thought it went off of a BG player who he was battling with over there, Nick Tedesco. but Tedesco gets the benefit of the call. Easy basket there underneath for Casey McNally as BG had a rare defensive lapse here in the second half. They came out firing on both ends of the court before that layup for South. And a nice block on the attempted shot by Tedesco. It was Cody Rochelo who now shoots it in. Cody Rochelo with the block and the lay-in, making his presence known as it goes back to an 8-point lead for the Panthers. In rhythm, Tedesco from the corner, 3 points for Nick Tedesco. And it's a 5-point game. BG's actually narrowed the margin even closer. Faking the shot, Rochelo from downtown, just left it short. Kyle Baker rips the rebound away from Andres Hulfacker. We got a backcourt foul against Ivan Nintenji. Not one that he wants to commit. First team foul for the Panthers here in the second half. Student bodies of both schools well represented here. South in the near stands left and BG in the near stands right.
But what Guertin's got to do, they cannot lapse defensively inside. South has gotten penetration since this run. Since Guertin cut it to 4. South finally, after that timeout, said, okay, go inside. And that's helping them out a lot.
In the corner,
wow.
Swish. Oh, Tedesco gets hot. Noon gets hot, Tedesco gets hot, and we have a 2-point game.
Wow.
And wow is the only thing you can say at this point in a game that South was up by 19 points.
Unbelievable.
Inside, outside, in rhythm. No good. Leaving it short was Cody Rochelo, but South gets the rebound. Alex Hulfacker tried to bounce pass inside.
And again,
Alcalay doesn't get there.
What Nate doesn't want them to do, John, is settle for the outside shot.
Meanwhile, the outside shot is exactly what got Bishop Guertin back into this game. A little bit of Golden State Warrior injection for Bishop Guertin, who might be leaning on the yellow portion of that uniform a little bit more heavily as they came out firing in the second half. Alex Hulfacker off the glass and in. I don't know if wanted that. He wanted glass on that shot, but he got it and went in. So good shooters often get that bounce. And a much needed basket for Panthers off to the right on the floater in the paint, Camacho, but somehow BG gets the offensive rebound. Tedesco driving, off balance, fires it for a pass underneath that doesn't get there to intended for Davis Camacho. Comes outside, Jaden Murphy, Andres Hulfacker swings it around to Stav Alcalay, back to Alcalay. Mismatch in size there. If he wants to take the shot, he doesn't. Cody Rochelo with it, back to Alex Hulfacker. Inside, Alcalay, Andres Hulfacker to Jaden Murphy. Everybody touching the basketball here in this offensive possession for the Panthers. Tight D being played by BG. No open looks for easy shots. The Panthers trying to pick their spot here. Up by 5 precious points. They were up by as many as 19 before BG narrowed it to 2. 2.5 minutes left, third quarter. What an exciting Friday night basketball game here under the Friday night lights at South. Stav Alcalay. Panthers being extremely deliberate here. In rhythm, Andres Hulfacker missed it to the right, and Jaden Murphy with the hardest working rebound you'll ever see, and somehow Alcalay comes away. Rochelo's all by himself, and he misses it. Another bite at the apple for South. That doesn't go, and Alcalay lays it in. Oh, way too many chances for South. I counted 6 extra chances on that possession. Amazing. BG just couldn't get the basketball back. All those misses by South, they kept at it. The hardest rebound of them all was Jaden Murphy. He looks, he's about 5'10" maybe, and he was in there with all the tall guys and just ripped it down away from all of them, including his own teammates, to get that basketball back.
Yeah, this is back to that same formula early in the first half where South a little bit more desire to get that loose ball.
I agree. But they've got the hope that BG starts missing some of these long shots, because this is going to get him back in the game if Noon and Tedesco keep hitting.
I know it.
Austin Hisco hasn't even launched a 3 yet in this half, and he's capable. So let's see what BG comes up with here. Kyle Baker on the drive, kicks it outside.
What Guertin's got to do is they've got to
There's
make,
a shot from the corner that doesn't go.
And there's the offensive board that they didn't get in the first half.
Yeah, Mason Carroll with the miss.
Right, but here's the thing.
But rebound to Silva.
On the previous possession, they had a drive in the lane and they gave it up for a pass.
Yeah.
Take the shot.
Yeah.
Take the shot.
Yeah, that was Tedesco who was driving, and he tried to come up with the circus pass, and it ended up being a steal. So, and he's had a hot hand too. So that was what's the free throw line? Is it 12 feet from the basket?
I'm not sure.
That's where he was, though. He was right there where now Joseph Da Silva is standing and shooting his free throw. He misses it, and it's Andres Hulfacker.
Any of those are costly in this basketball game right now.
Finds his brother Alex on the wing, Alex Hulfacker. Cody Rochelo gets it inside to Andrew Moody. Moody trying to give it back to Rochelo, denied the pass, and we got a foul. Timeout called by Coach Nate Mazerol. Wants to talk things over. South looking a little bit confused on offense as to what they want to do with the ball.
Yeah, they're looking tentative. They want to post up inside. Nate's right there calling the play, and they still didn't get it where they wanted it to, so he called time. And he didn't want to use that timeout, I don't think. You know, it's 1:29 to go. It's a 6-point game.
Any flashback to the Winnicott game for South right here?
No,
where
because
they led for 3 quarters.
No, because offensively they're still playing. They're getting loose balls. They're doing more things.
They have more players, more depth tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I just think that
it's not the same game.
Yeah, exactly. Not the same game at all.
However, BG has shown an ability to hit an outside shot here late in the first half and so far in the second half, and we'll see if that continues. Because when you're talking threes, it's only a 2-possession game. Perimeter passing by South. Alex Hulfacker, Cody Rochelo, Moody kicks it back out. Alex Hulfacker to Jaden Murphy. Andres Hulfacker looking for a 3. He's in the corner near us. We got our announcer table. And a foul away from the basket. Moody hits the deck with 1:02 left in the third quarter. South up by 6. So a great third quarter for Bishop Guertin, who doubled up their own score with all kinds of offense, trying to come up with a defensive stop and make it a 1 or 2 possession game here at the break with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. And back into their no rush offense are the Panthers of Nashua South. South coming into the game, 6 wins, 7 losses, trying to get back to 500. And we have a blocking foul called against Kyle Baker. Jaden Murphy smartly pushing his advantage as he went to the hoop. Baker did not have position established according to the official. Or was that Mason Carroll, number 35? No, I guess it was Kyle. I think he's over there. He's going to check out of the game. And into the game comes number 45, Maxwell Matarazzo, 6'5" forward out of Pelham, to add some size underneath for the Cardinals, along with Mason Carroll, who goes 6'4" on the boards here. And they do a good job of boxing out, but meanwhile, South makes their free throws. So it's 43-35, an 8-point lead for the Panthers. Hisco changing direction, had a seam there in the defense if he wanted to keep going, chose not to. Noon with Matarazzo, and that's Joseph Da Silva slowing things down with 20 seconds left to go. BG obviously playing for the last shot.
Yeah,
of the third
you see
quarter.
Hisco had that chance to drive.
Yeah,
and
he
pulled
did.
out. I don't think you're down 8 points. You give up points.
No.
I think you trust your defense, you play, and you get the shot off. I don't think this is the time to go for the last shot.
Matarazzo
traveled,
traveled.
and that's a perfect example of why you don't do it. And again, John, they got to go back to what worked. Isolate Noon in the corner. He was hot. Get him back going.
Yeah.
Why go away from him?
Forget about the clock. Just focus on your offense and take the shots when you get them. BG did not do it on their last 2 possessions, and it cost them a chance to keep this a very close game. 3 seconds to go, and South not able to get a shot away. BG almost did. So BG with the forcing the turnover in the backcourt. We go to the 4th quarter of play. It is an 8-point game, which in itself is a bit of a victory for Bishop Guertin, although they had threatened to come all the way back and actually tie this thing up at one point. So South trying to go 7-7 on the season and even up their record at 500. South will be playing next against Spalding here at Nashua South. That'll be this coming Tuesday, the 19th. For South, there's only 4 games left in the season after this, the regular season. Their senior night game will be on March 1st, their final game of the regular season, and final home game on March 1st, right here at Nashua High South. So the seniors on South's roster are Chase Hart, Miles Rios, Andrew Moody, Ricky Perdomo, Casey McNally, Andrew Penkela. Congratulations to them on their senior varsity letter for Nashua High South here in the 2018-2019 season. So 8 more minutes of basketball at least here at the Belanger Gymnasium. It is Coaches versus Cancer Night. You're urged to please help the Panthers fight cancer by donating to the Wall of Hope. Panthers trying to come back from 2 straight tough losses at BG's expense here as the 4th quarter begins. The Panthers with possession.
But you think, you talked to Matt Regan. I bet he'll tell you they thought they probably should be, they're 1 possession, 1 basket here away from going back to double-digit deficit after they had closed to the within 2.
Yeah.
So it's a good job by South to hold them off.
Stave off the big run.
Yep. Here goes
in the
Holfacker.
end.
There
And
he goes.
Holfacker
Yep.
reasserting South's dominance with a 10-point
And with
lead.
the inside game, that's
Yeah.
their bread and butter
That's
right
their
now.
go-to. In the corner, running out of Mason Carroll's all by himself, and it's in and out. Not fully confident, it looked like, even though he was so wide open. He said, I really should
I
take
think
this.
that in my mind right now, what we saw them climb that mountain and just not quite have the amount of energy needed to get to the top. And they may be sliding back down a little bit.
Tom, the last time Joe Noon took a shot, I think the last 2 times
Was
he
early
made
in the
them.
quarter.
He made a 3 and a 2. He hasn't taken a shot since.
No, exactly. I'll talk to Matt Regan about that after the game.
Alex Holfacker. Moody looked like he was going to go up in rhythm and chose not to as South chooses to take some seconds off the clock, up 10. Penetration, Moody doesn't go. Nice rebound by Mason Carroll. Got fouled by Andrews Holfacker.
But again, that penetration, they're getting it inside. That's what they want to do.
They're focused on the inside game, and it's helped South reassert their dominance in this game. They were up by 19 before Bishop Guertin went on a great run end of the first half, beginning of the second half in the 3rd quarter. Tightened it up to 2 points, and then South able to survive the tidal wave, back up by 10.
But here we are, 6:19 to play in the game, and Guertin's only got 35 points.
Moody will shoot it. He got blocked, and he got fouled, according to the official.
That was Noon, wasn't it?
That was Noon. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
said the wrong name.
Noon took it.
Yeah, Joe
And the
Noon.
thing is he was double teamed. How about that?
Yeah.
See, they didn't isolate him. They didn't run any plays to isolate him. Somehow they get going and they just get away from what they're doing. And Tenji is about ready to sit back in.
Yeah, they were double teaming Austin Hisco a lot in the first half, and they said to Joe Noon, "You're not going to get an easy shot either after what you did." So, but he's at the free throw line. He hits the first free throw.
You got to anticipate that and get him in a spot where he can do some things.
And of course, Tedesco hit a couple of shots, so they could.
And
possibly
see, there you go,
him
1
again.
out of 2 with the free throws.
Yeah. Jaden Murphy, Andres Hulfacker, now Cody Rochelo playing some catch.
See, the clock is their friend now. They could take their time and not really
Rochelo, the
look
step back.
Yeah,
No
see, I don't think you want taking that shot. They're lucky to get the offensive rebound, but then again, they can't get it. Guertin's got to get that board.
Yeah. They gave up 6 chances on one possession by South, which they finally converted. And it just took a lot of wind out of them. Took a lot of wind out of BG to give up those points and all those offensive rebounds. Jaden Murphy's at the line to shoot a couple. Trying to give his team a double-digit lead again with a free throw made here. Nope. Still 9 points. Checking into the game for South is Jason Campo, number 33. Out there with Stav Alcalay.
We're going to watch him next year in football. He is going to be a very good athlete on the football field.
No doubt. As the cycle continues of the sports, the whirlwind, the seasons.
So South, with an opportunity there to get a double-digit lead, and there we go.
Joe
There's Noon. There it is.
He was body checked as he let it go. They could have put him at the line. Joe Noon has 4 3-pointers made in this game. And a 2. 14 points for Joe Noon. And the BG fans are saying, I want more Noon at, what is it, 8 o'clock? You can't
Not
get enough
even.
right now. Not even 8. We had an early start to this 6:30 game. We got started before that scheduled tip-off. Pair of 23s doing battle there. Cody Rochelo now, Stav Alcalay. And he gets it underneath the compo, but he has no room to do anything.
Traveled. Oh, it's all timeout.
Timeout.
It looked like he took 2 steps, didn't it?
Yeah, and you know what? Nate Mazerol was a player before he was a coach. I think he sensed it. Timeout. Just before the official can call travel.
Exactly.
6-point difference. Still very much a basketball game here, especially, I'll keep saying it, as long as you got Joe Noon and company hitting those long shots. How can these kids not be influenced by when they turn on their TV set and watch James Harden and Steph Curry?
And that's the problem that Nate has all the time. As he said Monday night, fool's gold for his team as far as three-pointers go.
Fool's gold.
Yep, he says we are not a three-point shooting team. We hit a couple early in the game, and then we try to go back to it. It doesn't work. That's not our game. So, I mean, he's trying to get that point across to his players. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, I understand Pete Johnson, who watched the JV game, said one of the BG JV players had 4 threes in the first half. So BG could have some Steph Curry in the making there. I don't know who that was.
I don't know who it was, but good job on the JV players to get out of there early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it a close game, Pete Johnson? BG won it or
It
walk?
was not a close game, yeah.
BG?
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah.
That's got to be something to keep an eye on.
That is, huh? Promising. There's a scoop shot and a travel call against South. So in a 6-point game, really a 2-possession game, BG showing that they're not afraid to throw up 2 3-pointers, and Noon is just
He's taking his
creeping in
spot,
the
but they're
corner.
going to go
Meanwhile,
right to the hole.
they left a wide open lane to the basket.
Hisco right there.
Hisco can't get it to fall. He's had a tough shooting game.
Arica may have this ball, but no, Ntenji takes it away.
Ntenji driving, puts the brakes on. That was
Guertin, how close can you come?
Davis Camacho, the floater in the paint.
You got to
there.
feel that they got to think that the thing's got a lid on it.
I know.
Those were easy baskets that they should have had.
More luck on threes than on the
No
close
kidding.
shots.
Here goes Murphy now. A nice pass inside, but they're going to bring it outside. Clock.
Nintenji will take it, and it looked like it was right on line and out of bounds off of South.
Boy, I don't know about that.
I think it hit Jade on the shoulder.
It did?
It was,
Okay.
you know, that you could be right, too. It could be a fingertip of the BG guy,
Yep.
though. That's one that the NBA guys would go over and look at for about 5 minutes on the replay.
How come I come over here and shut my camera down and they take all these laps?
Yeah.
Why is that
I don't
happening?
know. It just
So now I'll go back there after
it's
this
It's Jaden Murphy's law.
Yes, exactly. I'll go back there after this next possession and they'll take an outside shot.
Driving Camacho, he had it seam and he didn't exploit it, and it's out of bounds.
And
off
he lost
of
it
BG.
off. Oh yes. Yep.
Yep.
Tough one. Tough one for
that's
Guertin.
the opportunity missed again. Guertin with that tremendous third quarter where they tighten this up to a 2-point game, but they may not sniff that close of a game again. We'll have to wait and see. 3:30 to go in the contest. Moody had it slapped away. The turnaround off the glass and in. Nicely done by Andrew Moody in traffic. So it is an 8-point lead for the Panthers. Camacho dribbles through traffic. Arica driving baseline. The floater gets his own rebound, and it gets blocked by Murphy, but they'll call a foul. They say he got a piece of the hand of Andrew Arica. That is the 6th team foul against South. It was in the act of shooting, though, for Andrew Arica. This may be a 1-and-1, so the rebound would be live. No, it's not live. He gets 2, and he makes the first one anyway. Mass substitution for the Cardinals. Joe Noon is actually going to come off the floor. You got Nick Tedesco, who's not afraid to launch a 3. Number 14 out there for the Cardinals. Joe De Silva, number 5, is out there. Kyle Baker, I believe, has checked into the game, along with Mason Carroll and then Arica. That's the 5 for Bishop Guertin. Nintenji out there with Moody. Moody in the corner as the body hits the floor. Andres Hulfacker, Cody Rochelo, and Jaden Murphy are your 5 players for South. Driving, Andres Hulfacker got fouled before the shot on the floor. Only the 5th team foul against the Cardinals. So a non-shooting foul. 2:55 remains. Every possession has added importance here. The inbounds play, Moody. Double teamed, nearly had it stolen. Wide open for Rochelo. He spun it short. And rebound, Nick Tedesco, nicely done. Here's Andrew Arica coasting to his left with Nintenji all over him. And to his right, Arica.
Now you start to watch the fouls.
Yeah, I think Nintenji's got 3 or maybe 4.
Well, no, I'm talking about team fouls.
Oh, team
Guertin
fouls,
now
yeah.
goes to the line.
Oh, right.
South has got one more foul to give.
In the penalties, 17 fouls on South. So
I mean,
Arica,
Guertin's got one more foul to give, and Guertin's a team that really needs South to go to the line.
you know, Arica showed some nice free throw shooting form when he had the ball last there at the line. Let's see if he keeps it going in clutch time here for the Cardinals. He hits the first of the 1-and-1, earns the second, has a chance to make it.
Can't miss free throws down the stretch in this game.
A 4-point game if Andrew Arica hits this second free throw,
And
he
he
does.
does.
Nicely.
2:38 to play.
Somebody has been practicing from the stripe, and it shows. Full court pressure now by the Cardinals. 2.5 minutes left, a 4-point game. Bishop Guertin looking to steal it. They had trailed by as many as 19. Pass up top, Jaden Murphy being guarded intensely by Andrew Arica. Murphy to his left. Now reverses direction. Finds Andrew Moody. Sideline. Andrew Moody double team. Gets it to Alex Hulfacker. Back to Alex. Playing some catch with Jaden Murphy. We have a foul. 6th team foul against Bishop Guertin, so non-shooting foul again. Mason Carroll getting a piece of young Alex Hulfacker. And inbound play
Well,
for the Panthers.
It's pretty clear now. what they're trying to do, just milk the clock.
And BG desperately trying to get that ball back with 2 minutes left. Deflected pass in, Moody has it. We are under the 2-minute mark, but just a 4-point game. Panthers can't be content just to hold on to it. You would think they'd have to score to secure the victory. All the way to the hoop, Hulfacker can't get there. His brother Andres got fouled as he came up with the big offensive rebound. The Hulfacker brothers getting it done here late, as Andres will go to the line with a chance to make it a 6-point lead if he can hit them both.
There you go, missed free throw and everything else, can't get the rebound.
Right.
South really doing a great job with their tenacious team.
Oh,
But
missed free throw.
missed free throw by Hulkenforn, that's huge.
Timeout BG.
Yeah, they needed it.
So with 1:40 to go, trailing by just 4 points. Do they just go for the gusto and just launch a three here? Because it just seems like their 2-point game is non-existent.
I think for Guertin, you take the most open shot you can.
Best quality shot.
That's it.
As early as you can, the earliest quality shot you get.
But I think you try to isolate Noon. If you get that three-pointer, you're down 1 with about 1:20 to play. I think that's how you do it.
Yeah. I mean, Noon came out of the game about a minute or two ago. He was substituted, so he's off the floor, but he might be back out now.
You're going to do an offense-defense, so I think you're going to put Noon back in this game. You have to. I don't see how you can't.
I don't see either. You cannot put the George Gervin headband on the sideline when you need points.
Let's see. He was on the, yes, he's coming out.
Yeah.
So here we go.
All right.
Boy, disappointed with these student crowds, John. They're not doing anything. They're not talking.
They're too well behaved for Tom's.
Yeah, they really are. Nothing like the game we saw at North, right?
I know, the North-South game.
Yeah.
It was crowd control.
Great press by Nashua. Almost a turnover as the ball, as his foot came right down near the line.
Just inbounds.
Yes.
Andrew Arica has it. Key possession for BG with a minute and a half to
Most
go.
important possession of the game so far for Guertin. There's Noon.
In
He's gonna
rhythm.
take it. No.
Left it short. Arica! Rebound.
And was
what
he
a
fouled
play.
or did it go out of bounds?
I believe he was fouled by Jaden
And
Murphy.
then he will go to the line. Noon caught it, shot it too quickly. He had time to set.
Joe Noon had a chance to make it a 1-point game, but Andrew Arica has a chance to make it a 2-point game at the line right now. One of the best free throw shooters in the contest. Now Noon just checked out as BG's playing some offense defense.
Offense, defense, substitutions.
Arica with some pressure free throws here. Makes the first one, nothing but net.
Ice.
The 1-and-1 for number 1.
Oh.
Off to the side.
That's a big miss.
Carroll got a piece of it, but it went right to Jaden Murphy. Piece of the offensive rebound, that is. Andres Hulfacker gets in trouble. He gets it to Rochelo, and Murphy back to the Hulfacker brothers, who play some catch out near midcourt. And we got a foul away from the ball, and it's Andres Hulfacker who will go to the line. A strategic foul there, I believe. Andres missed his first free throw, I think, that he took tonight.
Gonna go in the old four corners offense, it seems, right?
Yeah.
The old Dean Smith style.
That might have been a pick your poison foul there. They might have deliberately fouled Hulfacker because he looked kind of shaky. Andres did in his previous free throw attempt.
1:03 to go in a 3-point game.
This will be a live ball if he misses. It isn't. He hits it. Big free throw for Andres. And it's a 4-point lead for the Panthers.
Biggest free throw of the game for him.
Yeah.
for South in this game.
Yeah, made it a 2-possession game. Now he's playing with some bonus money here, and he makes them both.
Oh, that's clutch. Very clutch.
BG down by 5.
And Noon's not in the game. Oh, yes, he is. He's out there. He came in after the free throws.
In the corner, Tedesco.
No.
No, that was Joe De Silva. Underneath, Kyle Baker got fouled. Oh, that would have been big if it went in.
What a big rebound by Baker. But now he's going to have to hit freebies. Tried to isolate Noon, couldn't do it. So they go to De Silva for the 3. And he hasn't really shot that well in this game, so hasn't really shot that much in this game.
He gets 2. He makes the first one.
It's going to be a free throw contest down the stretch. 49.2 seconds left.
And Nate Mazerow wants Ivan
4-point
Nintenji
game.
back in this game.
Yeah, he wants him in there for ball handling and also in case he gets fouled to go to the line.
Right. A lot can happen in 49 seconds in a 4-point game. It could be a 3-point game depending on Kyle Baker's next free throw here. Now the South student body
Now they're starting to make some noise, but not loud enough. Now they are. Doesn't help.
No, Baker makes both free throws, and it's a 3-point game. Full court pressure.
And a foul.
It'll be Moody to the line. More pressure free throws for South with a lot of time left in the game.
Like I said, John, it's going to come down to a free throw shooting contest.
It has already, I think. BG's made theirs. South just made a couple of clutch free throws in the person of Andres
don't
Hulfacker.
forget, now they're each 1 foul away from having 2 shot fouls instead of the 1-on-1.
Yep. That would be 10 fouls apiece, team fouls apiece on their each team's next foul. Moody, the deep knee bend, hits the first one.
Wow, South with their free throw shooting down the stretch. Really, really helping themselves out. Big time.
Yeah.
3 for 3. Four.
Yeah, both teams, it's contagious, hitting their free throws. Arica driving.
Got to shoot, can't take time.
In the corner.
Got to put it up.
Arica's going to drive and puts it up, and he gets it to
Oh,
go!
a
And it
three-point
counts!
play. Oh, my
Andrew
goodness.
Arica!
Oh, my goodness.
And 1. And number 1 is at the line.
Could make it a 2-point game with 33.8 seconds left.
Arica, who is a really good free throw shooter from what we've seen.
Oh, you just jinxed him.
I know I did.
You
but
just jinxed him.
Well, you said it. He's ice, though. He's ice. Is this a mini timeout over here?
Well, I think that was Moody on the foul. I think that might be number 5.
Oh.
So when that happens, you can kind of meet with your players before they take the shot. But now BG will have 2 shots every foul. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, that's tough.
Full court pressure. Wow, they let him play there. Hulfacker got clobbered. And there's a foul. That's a good foul.
Yep, sure is.
Sam Mullet not giving away the easy lay-in. Going to make him earn it at the line. 2-shot foul for South, up by 3. Make 1, and it's a 2-possession game again at the line.
Cody Rocheleau, who's had a couple shots here in the second half.
Cody Rocheleau, sophomore forward.
Ooh.
Still a 3-point game.
1-possession game unless he makes this.
And here comes the guy that could
Noon
make
back
you
in.
pay for that 1 possession.
Yep.
Let's see. Cody Rocheleau makes
Got
it.
it. That's the clutch one that you needed. Right
Arica.
there.
Timeout BG as
Yep.
they get across half court.
That's the one you needed, the second one, to make it a 2-possession game.
This is turning into an NBA minute. It takes, what, 20 minutes to play?
It is.
The last minute of the games. Exciting basketball, though, we're being treated to here on a Friday night. John Collins with Tom King, our cameraman Tim O'Neill. We're live and live on tape on a Friday, February 15 of 2019. As we are heading to our next contest on NashuaETV, I believe we're doing hockey on Monday night.
Monday night, North-South. North Souhegan, South Pelham.
That'll be fun.
It was a great game the first time they played.
Yeah.
I believe a 3-2 game. South at North Souhegan took a 2-0 lead. They haven't won since early January.
Ooh, hockey.
Yeah, they've lost. They were 2-2. Now they're 2-13. So they've lost 11 in a row.
And you did the game Sunday, correct, with Jason, the Bishop Guertin girls against Braintree?
They are right now at Bishop Feehan. I don't know the score of that one. I haven't checked Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's another.
But Feehan is down this year from what I was told. So,
but congratulations to the Bishop Guertin girls basketball team, though, up against the Massachusetts defending Division I champ. They win by, was it 25 points?
Yeah, blew them out. And,
wow.
And to be fair, Braintree was out there without their best player.
Okay.
But still, it was the best game Guertin played all season long.
They like those
Hisco's going to take it.
Hisco left it short. Nintenji rebound, fouled by Arika. That could be it, though.
That's probably going to be it.
Yeah, that was a big miss. And now Arika, Nintenji, who's a good free throw shooter, has a chance to seal the deal. He will get 2 free throws with BG in the penalty.
South 5 out of 6 down the stretch.
So Austin Hisco just had an off game tonight. I think he'd tell you that if he made even 40% of his shots.
They got Hisco running the point. I'd have Arika run the point and make Hisco a shooting guard.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it.
Too much on his plate?
I think so. I think he passes up on a lot of shots and he hesitates.
A miss. Chance for BG to get a 3 away here, maybe. Arika, though, his go-to thing is to go to the basket. Unfortunately,
that'll do it. 53-48 will be your
that's
final.
The basketball game. Yep. A 5-point win for South, and what a story it was. They were ahead by 19. It became a 2-point game, and then finally, Bishop Guertin just ran out of gas. It was a tremendous effort to make it just a 1-possession game here in the third quarter, but the comeback falls short. And both teams did themselves proud here tonight. For Tom King, our cameraman Tim O'Neill, and my executive producer alongside Pete Johnson, I'm John Collins. Thank you for watching. The final score for the final time, South 53, BG 48. Good night from the Belanger Gymnasium, everybody.